What's good, peoples? Hunt here.
Hey, y'all, it's Kiki.
Dang, do you want to redo that? Cause you just sound just so not like you don't even care about this episode. This episode number 32. Young Shaquille O'Neal.
Dog.
We gonna redo it one more time.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Hey y'all, I'm Kiki Hunter.
What's good, people? I'm Mark Hunter.
Welcome to the Hunt Life Podcast. We created this podcast to give a real view of life as millennials navigating the world.
Real life discussions about the struggles our generation go through from family, love, and everyday life.
What's good, people? Hunt here.
Hey, y'all, it's Kiki.
She's still not enthused, but we'll keep it rolling. And I'm keeping that in. Welcome to the Hunt Life Podcast, y'all. Episode 32. Once again, we back for another week. So, how you been? What's been going on?
A lot. I just feel like that's the only way to run a thing. It's just, and it's not with me. When I say a lot, y'all, please don't think I'm in distress. I'm not. What's happening? It's just a lot going on the internet. Like it's a lot going on trying to keep up with
Life.
politics, and then they trying to, food. Like y'all out here in the streets, y'all know what's happening. It's a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm trying to pay attention to that. Feed my kids. It's too much. Run business. It's a lot. Okay, it's just a lot. And yeah, I've been just trying to keep my head above water at this point.
No pun intended.
Oh yeah,
Like, dang.
my bad. We all been there. We in Texas, so
Yeah. Stay
we know how
floating
this
on
goes.
people.
Yeah,
Keep it strong. Florida, y'all know how to handle a hurricane. This
yeah,
the South. We know how to handle hurricane.
yeah, like that. That's, y'all know how we do. But I mean, it's a mental gymnastics every day. So I'm just, and then my kids been being kids and listen. Oh my god,
Yeah, they been
that's been a
wilding.
whole. I can't make it up. The stuff they do, I can't make it up, people. So yeah, we just we alive. We alive to tell y'all another story for another week.
Mm-hmm. Back on the saddle, as they would say.
Not back on the saddle.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, I was about to say, dang, you just gonna skip me over. Just like get this episode started. Nah.
Oh wow.
Boundaries, Kiki. Nah, she ain't capping. Mental gymnastics is what I say. Cause yeah, it's a lot going on. Like,
Got Diddy.
yeah.
This is a lot. That's what I'm saying. Y'all out here, y'all know, like it's a lot. You got Diddy out here.
What a time to be alive. I can say that for a fact. It's lit. It's a lot going on. You know, like Future dropped that album. Like it's just a lot going on right now. But besides that, like
You would drop an album in times like this.
when life give you lemons, you make lemonade. Lime juice. So, but nah. Preserves.
Yeah,
Don't nobody eat no preserves.
Lime juice is used as a preservative.
Oh, I thought you was talking about like the jam. I'm like preserve. First of all, who calls it preserves? Like it's jam or jelly.
Lime
Like,
is produced to preserve things to keep it fresh.
True. So that's what we using right now. We preserving these episodes.
Oh, are we now?
Yeah, for the future. Some people might look back up on these episodes and be like, you know what? Thank y'all. I needed to hear that.
That's what's up. I hope for the best.
Mm-hmm. But besides that, this is episode 32. And this week we'll be talking about boundaries in a relationship. Why you need them and why they shall be set so y'all can have a blissful marriage. Because you see, if you don't have boundaries, your ass gonna be out here looking like Cardi B and Offset, just firing each other up online, looking like some fools. But What you got to say up on this, man?
What, really? Okay, listen. When I say, first of all, let me tell you, it's been a long day. And about a long day, it's weird because it started out good and then like for some reason after my Target run, it went downhill. I don't know what and when it happened. It just did. Okay, we lost track of time. I was hungry because I hadn't ate all day.
And I told her to go eat. She chose not to.
I was
Actually, everybody told her multiple times today, "Are you gonna eat?" And you said, "Nah, I'm eat my golden berries."
I did eat my golden berry.
That's not gonna fill you up.
I was busy. Um, so yeah, that's been the whole thing. And then like, with Candace Owens, shout out to her, baby. I was up trying to catch up on her podcast. And I had like two, I wasn't that far behind. But child, between that and Cardi B, the past 24 hours have been wild. And then the war. Listen, it's too much. That's what I keep telling y'all. Y'all out here, I would hope y'all know what's going on out here in these streets. It's just like as the world turns. It's like going
Mm-hmm.
from Young and the Restless. I know back in the days from Young and the Restless, and then you turn into channel, I think what was it, 13? With As the World Turns on there, like 2 o'clock. This is what this is like. And like you switching from Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, and As the World Turns. It's a mess, okay? So I say that to say this. I think the whole world need boundaries, but you especially need boundaries. Between the stuff with Cardi B and them just happened out of absolutely nowhere, and for some reason I can't never catch her live. I don't know what it is. I think that
I feel like it's a publicity stunt.
I don't think it is, and if it is, you should not be playing with your marriage like that.
The second time you didn't say it that.
Well, yeah, because I'm gonna stand on that. You should not. You should have a boundary with your marriage.
Not if you live your life online.
Especially if you live your life online. Don't this. We do this podcast, but please don't get it confused. I'm a very private person, and it's a boundary that I have that I'm very strong on, that I'm not willing to bypass, because certain things are just supposed to be sacred for one and private for two. Please don't think nothing that we putting out on this podcast is nothing that we went through recently. All this stuff is stuff that's old and we care to share.
Yeah, it's
So
like we feel like we gotta give out that because
we've
last
learned
week
it. I can't be
it was
telling.
idiots that want to sit there and want to be like that lady gonna call me out. I'm like, man, first of all, ask your husband, is he happy?
Oh,
Don't come for me, bro. Like I don't like that. I don't like that, bro. Like boundaries, man. Don't do that. You cross the boundary.
but okay, and this is what I'm saying. You do, especially if you're living your life online. Even if you're not, you need regular smuggler people. You need boundaries. You
Yeah.
need boundaries for your spouse, and you need boundaries about like concerning your spouse, because the boundaries that you have in your relationship is kind of like the staples. I feel like we talked about it before. It's the staples of how your relationship will be ran. It's things that you just do not about to, I don't know who you're talking to. Like, and you say how you want to, but it's certain things you should not cross with your spouse, and you need those boundaries because your spouse is the closest person to you. So that leaves us to where we can easily take stuff out on each other, and that's not necessarily our issue or the other person's issue, but because they're the closest, we usually hurt the people we're closest to, just because they're just the ones that get to see everything happening full-fledged to us. So you have to have boundaries and say, okay, listen, I don't like when you say this to me, or I don't like how you come home from a day's work and you don't say hello first. Like, or treat me, I would like to be treated like this. Those are boundaries. Some things are deal breakers. Some things are simple deal breakers. And let's not do the whole swearing. Like when people say boundaries, and if you follow me on my page, I'm the key. I talk a lot about boundaries. I talk a lot about boundaries because people make it seem like either you shouldn't have boundaries, or they lack boundaries, or they think they got boundaries, but then they teeter-totter with boundaries. And here's the thing, you don't have to,
You need to set boundaries while she get herself together.
Cause it's the
Like,
words.
cause
Y'all know YouTube and the
she's
censorship and stuff. I'm trying to like,
everybody with the censorship, man. Don't get me
yeah.
started with
That's what
censorship.
I'm saying. Y'all. It's just been a
Like,
lot. It's
like
just been a
we
lot. It's just a censorship. We get in trouble
the
for
thing
stuff.
is that we try to keep it as raw as we can, but in order for like stuff to get pushed out there, we gotta watch how we talk. And it's like that's the part that I
Y'all
don't
gotta
really
like
like.
it. Yeah.
I don't like that I gotta watch how I talk, like
Yeah.
because it's like how can I give it to you in my own personality, or how can I give it to you like the raw way, so Paul, so you can like understand like what we really talking about and stuff like that without saying certain words, and it's like trigger words, like bro, like we all adults here. First of all, I click our videos to be 18 plus, so it's nothing but adults that's supposed to be viewing it. Even though we know that kids and stuff like that lie about their age online and they still be viewing stuff that they ain't supposed to do, but it's still the simple fact of that I make sure that I put that it's gonna be explicit stuff up in the topic, so we can be able to talk the way we want to. But that doesn't mean that the online is not gonna try to hold you back. Like online, people online, the online guidelines, everything online is just built to try to hold people back from having the actual conversations that need to be had.
Yeah, the freedom that we so called say
Yeah,
we
we supposed to have freedom of speech, but I say one wrong word and bam, they want to put us up in purgatory. Like they want to put us up in the echo chamber, and like that's I don't like that. I want to be able to say what I want to say. I ain't gonna get on here and be mad disrespectful towards nobody unless it's cause for it. But that don't mean that I should have to monitor every single thing that I say. Like I shouldn't have to get up here and give you a word salad like I'm the vice president. I feel like that I should be able to just like talk freely and answer the questions the way I need to. Like that's what it is, bro. But the
Thank y'all
thing,
for this random
quick rant.
break.
But the thing about boundaries is like boundaries should be set on the outside of your relationship, on the inside of your relationship with your families. Everything has boundaries. Life has boundaries. You mess around and screw up your boundaries in real life, where you going? To jail. Like so
Yeah, society has
everything
boundaries.
has boundaries. And you have to be the person that makes sure you set your boundaries. And then if you have a significant other, you have to make sure that you and your significant other set boundaries for each other and for the world, because you have to protect each other regardless of what's going on. The main thing is supposed to be trying to protect your image and trying to protect each other through everything, because everybody's always against you.
If you are married, because I assume anybody who listens to us is probably already married or wants to be married. Like marriage is about protection. But marriage don't mean y'all always getting along, and that don't mean your protection stop because you don't like me today.
Because I heard some dumb stuff about that.
That's not how. What?
With this whole some dumb women online talking about marriage not hard. If marriage is hard, I don't want to be a part of it.
And that's
And
probably why
9
you're
times
not.
out of 10, you're not married.
You're not married because marriage is hard because you constantly have to communicate. Boundaries. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Boundaries change, right? So you don't have to like stick to your boundaries to where you're willing to be unalived about it. Like it doesn't have to be the end all be all, right? But you don't want to be too wishy washy on your boundaries to where they're changing every couple weeks or every couple months or every like.
Because that's not a boundary. If you keep
Then yeah, if
changing
you
it, it's
keep
not a
changing, it's not a
boundary.
boundary.
That's
Boundaries are more so like maybe deal breakers is the word to use with people because like I think y'all just interpret it better. Like boundaries are deal breakers. What are things that you need to thrive in your marriage or in your relationships that are deal breakers if you cannot get there? Because all in all, nobody should stay in any type of relationship if you are not feeling fulfilled and loved. Like that's called abuse. Okay. So you should be communicating your boundary, and when they change, you should need to communicate that. Like, but certain things you're not gonna get on the internet and drag me. Like that's about that's the boundary. And sometimes in certain relationships, you have to talk about it because certain people some people are more internet based, so like they take all their problems to the internet. If you know your spouse is like that and you make her mad on the day or you make him mad on the day, and it's a chance that you might see her in the stories
She
going
gonna
off.
light your ass up on them stories.
Yeah. Or like some people be on Facebook be wilding. If you know that they like that and you typically don't like that, there needs to be a boundary. Hey, I don't care what I did to you today, but I appreciate if you keep it off the internet. That's a boundary. Like, don't be dragging me on the internet or don't be dragging me to your family. That is a boundary that
That's a
I've
huge
always
boundary.
had.
Yeah.
Like, don't drag me, because when I come back around after you done drag me in front of all these people and now we done made back up and now they still looking at me crazy, you didn't protect me even in the event that we were not on the same page, right? Like, regardless of the fact, the Cardi B and them situation is sad to see because they've been together almost 10 years. Let's be clear, like they've been together a very long time. Their oldest daughter, I think, is like 8. They've been together a very long time. So the fact that you done spent more than 5 years with this man, you married this man. Y'all married each other. Y'all have been going through the mud back and forth. Everybody know y'all business. And now y'all gonna let it end on y'all dragging each other online? What does that say about you to where you would stay with somebody that you knew was a crappy human being? What does that say about you, the fact that you would go and drag somebody you have claimed to love, had children, build a life, made money, like with profess your love to the world? That man got on this internet, on the same internet he cried and begged for her after he messed up. He got on this same internet and drug her like she didn't mean nothing to him. That is a boundary that should, because baby, I would never. You would never. I promise you. You would never. Now, granted, again, because marriage is marriage and it ain't always roses and lollipops like people think. Oh, you marry, y'all problems go away. That ain't even. Females who think that, baby, stay by yourself. Get you a cat, get you a dog,
Don't
don't have
worry, they
no
will be.
kids. Like, just go through life lonely with your animals, because that is not realistic. And that does not mean married people are not happy. That means married people have maturity and we understand that you are not going to be happy at any instance in life fully. Your job is not going to always make you happy. Your parents are not going to always make you happy. Like, the restaurants you eat at won't always make you. Your favorite restaurant won't always make you happy. So why in the heck would you think your marriage will always be happy? That is unrealistic. But your job to be in a marriage is to always protect each other in that marriage. That is part of the covenant that you made. Regardless if I like you today, regardless if we having issues today, I'm going to protect you and I'm going to respect you, regardless of how I may be feeling about you right now. That is what marriage is. So you need to have those boundaries to say, you're not gonna call me out my name. And for some, listen, hey, some of us, men, especially young, that's all we saw, that's all we did. So that had to become a boundary to say, you're not going to call me out my name. And if that's going to be the case, I will leave. Because you can't just have boundaries and have no consequences. You have to have consequences for your boundaries.
Yeah.
And if it's to the point where I will leave, then you have to, because we still teaching each other how to treat each other. And that changes. As I'm saying, it doesn't have to be the end all be all, because as you grow, your boundaries are going to change. Situations are going to come up and you be like, dang, that may go against my boundaries, but everything is situational. Some stuff is situational. Some stuff is just a downright deal breaker. If he beating your ass, you should understand that's a boundary, baby. You need to go exit stage left. We're not going to stick around for him to become a better man. We're not going to stick around for her to get better and mature. We finna just exit left and let them be a better person for somebody else. Like, that's what you have to understand. What?
Nothing.
Why you
Because you
laugh?
got on my ass because I had a good joke. I'm like, I mean, what if that's one of his boundaries? And she crossed it, so like,
What?
I don't know. I'm like, you talk about beating on her and stuff. Maybe she
His
got out of line.
Market.
See?
Like,
Like,
that's not funny. Like, you
shit if
can't.
it ain't.
It's not.
It is. To a certain extent.
It's not.
It's funny when you stay.
It's not funny.
It's funny when you stay.
Funny when you stay. That shows how low you value yourself. And then if you have, most people have kids, so it's not funny because of the kids, and it's not.
It
funny
ain't never
because
stopped no woman from leaving no man.
what.
Kids.
But I'm not saying it's stopping from leaving. I'm saying in general, that's not funny because the kids have to experience it. They're experiencing whether you're trying to hide it. Well, it doesn't matter. They're watching, so it's a sad situation for them because they have to figure out how to create that boundary for themselves when they start dating. That's a boundary for me. I grew up seeing domestic violence, so my boundary was you're not gonna put your hands on me. Period. Like the first time you put your
Nah, I
hands
don't
on
condone
me,
domestic violence.
are you sure? Because I think at this
Yeah.
point, people gonna be like, blink twice.
Like
Blink. So I
shit.
tell him all the time, stop doing it. Because y'all on this internet take stuff to do
I don't care
too
how people
serious
take it. Like it's
sometimes.
my sense of humor. Like I'm sorry if you don't like my sense of humor. Wear some glasses. Like the
Mark,
hell? Like
please.
it's a bound. That's my boundary. I don't want to see your black eye online. Like put the glasses on. I'm just
Anyways,
saying.
you have to stop. Like I'm like, we not never gonna get nowhere. Like this because it is.
It's already hard for us to get somewhere
It's
because
gonna be harder
we
because you over
talking
here condoning
positive. We
domestic
want
violence.
positive black families. They don't want to see
Not
this.
joking about domestic violence.
I can't even have a sense of humor.
That's not boundaries. You have to have a
Boundaries.
boundary with the internet. Like some things is just not. Like see what I'm saying? Some things are just not for internet consumption. Like, cause see now you put me in it, and this is what I'm saying. You also have to have boundaries with your spouse. Because if you're talking about my spouse crazy online, I don't care what they did. Baby, watch your mouth. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you boundaries in your relationship overall, every side needs to be covered. Y'all need to have boundaries with each other. What are deal breakers for y'all? You knew what you married when you got. I would hope you knew. I hope you ain't out here making a vow unto God. We believe in the Lord over here, okay? So
They be blind.
You should not do that. Don't be making vows. Don't be making covenants, and don't know who you making it with. That's first of all, okay? Secondly, you need to know what are each other's deal breakers because realistically, how are you functioning in a healthy relationship if you don't know each other's boundaries? Like,
Nah,
I
real
think
tea.
that's real wild. Like,
And I don't think that should be a hard conversation to have because it's like that's your spouse, so you're supposed to be able to talk to your spouse about everything. So it's like, yeah, it shouldn't be to where y'all can't talk about your boundaries. But if it's like dumb boundaries, then it's like, all right,
what's the
that
dumb boundary?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
I'm confused.
oh, to me, all right, the dumb boundaries is that every time I go somewhere, I need to give you my location.
Oh,
That's a dumb boundary to me.
but that's you.
But you asked me what's a dumb boundary, and I
For
said
some
it.
people, I mean,
Like to me, that's a dumb boundary. Like I shouldn't have to drop my location every time I go somewhere. I get it if I'm going out of town or if like I've been gone for a while and like it's like a check-in type thing, just to like let you know like boys are straight. But it's like every time I go somewhere, like shit, hey,
no, I do think
I'm at
that's
Target. And then like, yeah, you ping my stuff and I'm like really at Target. Oh, well, I pinged your phone and you're not at Target.
that's
You in the
wild.
parking lot.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
So it's like, bro, like, don't do that. Like, those are dumb boundaries. Like, I need for people to have like realistic boundaries.
Yeah, because if you gotta, baby, that's too much work. Like that is too much. I'm not even finna do that. Like I'm not finna ping every. We'll be pinging all day, messing around with me, cause I don't sit still. I forget. I'm bad with like. I'm bad when I go out with just keeping up with him, being like, "Hey, I made this to the restaurant." Like, I might text him 2 hours later and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm here. I've been here. I forgot." And that's my bad, and I understand it. But that is the thing for him. He don't like, and I be trying to be better with it because I understand. I set reminders. I've gotten a lot better because, like, I set a reminders.
Cause your ass get lost, so I at least need to know that you make it there.
I do get lost.
Like, it's nowhere that she go that she don't get lost with GPS. Like, 2024 GPS is lit, and she still get lost.
Google will drive you off a bridge, and it has.
She argues with Google all the time
because you can't trust her. You can't trust Google. Google would literally have you on the wrong side of the street.
Yeah, you can't
You're
trust
not gonna set
Alexa.
me up. Like you not finna set me up. Okay, I'm gonna argue the whole way. Okay, but I give it because I understand that is a thing for him. He wants to know when I make it somewhere and like, okay, well, because I say I'm coming home one time, it might be 3 hours later. I'm real irresponsible like that. I know that about
Mm-hmm.
myself. But I'm honest. I always have been honest like that, like because I don't go out often, so I lose track of time. I'm like an in the moment person, but I do make sure I set my reminders and my alerts to say, hey, I did make it here. Hey, we're about to do this because usually it's late. So I'm like, okay, we're about to go get something to eat or we're gonna do this. I'll let you know when I'm leaving and not put a time step on it. Because realistically, when I'm with certain people and she know who she is, baby, I don't know when I'm coming home. Like I don't. Now with some people, oh no, I'm coming. I'm gonna be home before time. I'm gonna be home before time. Don't you worry. But when I get with certain my best friend, we don't know. We do not know. Okay. But it's you have to respect your spouse's boundaries so you're not having a Cardi B offset situation. Y'all not online exposing all your business and got everybody like, what? They done broke up. Oh my God, like this going on. Shit, you doing her pretty. This now y'all exposing all y'all tea and y'all have stopped her. Y'all still got kids who get baby, how did drop off finna go? Because when I see you, it's on site. Like I have boundaries to protect myself. My boundaries ain't about nobody else but me. Because what you're not gonna do is send me straight to hell. Cause that's where I'm going if you make me act up like that. Like
And that is
just
clown finna have everybody out here, black women again. See, that's why you can't trust no black man. Cause they do stuff like this. Like, bruh, shut up. Like, you can't trust your dude. Don't talk for everybody else. I can't stand that. That's one of my boundaries that I can't stand.
you'll
Like
bring
when
the
they
internet
be
offline.
like, yeah,
You the
like
internet on
keep
the
your
internet.
like yeah, keep your own personal problems. See, you can't trust me. No, you can't trust yours, bro. Like you just speaking outside of her. And that's not even my bag. That's your bag. Like that's one of her
I
words.
can't
You
stand him.
speaking outside of her. But it's the truth though. Like nobody cares. Like nobody asks you that you can't trust black men. Nobody cares. Actually, honestly, I'm sorry. Nobody cares.
That man had umpteen babies before y'all got to, okay, so this is what they go back to. But I'm tying it back to boundaries because it may sound like we ran but we not for real. Like that man had umpteen kids before he got with you. That's a first. It's a flag.
And we're
We
not
talk
saying
about
there's nothing wrong
flags.
with having kids and then coming together as one and y'all both make it work. What we saying is with this situation is that boys had X amount of kids and X amount of baby mamas and they made it work with none of them. So what
She didn't
made you
have
feel like
none.
that you was special?
Yeah. You got a
And
question. I'm
that's
just
the
saying.
part
We
that you
talk
gotta
about it.
question.
Yeah.
Like we're supposed to be smart, but then we make dumb decisions because love is blind to a certain extent.
You didn't have no boundaries. That's what happened. Like that's really what like no shit. And I love y'all know if anybody know me now, I love me
We
some
didn't meant this
Cardi.
episode to be about them, but that's the perfect example of setting
Setting
boundaries.
boundaries, yeah. Like it was they just happened to happen. But I love me some Cardi. All honesty, I really do. Baby, I get my life in every sense of the word. Okay. It don't matter if I'm sad, happy, mad, and like she got a banger for almost everything. I'm just saying. But she didn't have no boundaries. I tell women that all the time. It's not you didn't have no kids going into this. He already had like 4. You can date a man with a child, okay, but 4 by different baby mothers, and you thought that was gonna work because of what?
Boys had a mini
Like
basketball team. He almost had a basketball team.
because he married you, okay, but he also just sat here on this internet and was like, "I baby mama you, I won." But you married her,
Which
and that's a sick game to play with.
that's
That
a
is
dumb
sick.
statement. I baby mama you. No, you actually wiped her, you idiot. Like what? That doesn't make any sense. Like mentally, where are you at, bro? Like, oh, I baby mama you. That's you say that about a woman that you didn't marry, but you actually
You
married her.
married her. You
So you
married her.
didn't
You
baby
accepted her.
mama her. You just
Yeah,
made her a woman, a divorcee with kids.
yeah.
She's not a
You
baby
made her a
mama. Like
righteous woman. And what she will always have over your other baby mamas is she has your last name, literally. So no, she's not like that's disrespectful for you now try to demote her from wife to baby mama. You can't. That will always be referred to as your ex wife, not your baby mama. Like that's she's never gonna be in that category. And I know a lot of women gonna watch this back and be like, no, that makes her baby mama. No, it doesn't.
No, you're
When
not a
you're
baby mama when you
married
married.
and you have kids with your husband, regardless of what happens with you in that marriage, you are not a baby's mother. You are an ex-wife, and that is the father of your children. That's what that is. You are not a baby mama. Is somebody y'all didn't have nothing to begin with. Y'all didn't have nothing. Y'all made kids. Then y'all broke up. He never committed to you. You committed to that woman.
Mm-hmm.
She committed to you. She had your back during times where she didn't have to. And I don't think that speaks on her character. I think it speaks on yours. My problem with her is the whole like the cheating thing and like, oh, I got my lick back. But you just messed up your character. He already had been dragging you through this. So why mess up who you are? Again, you not having any boundaries to say, I'm not going to continue to let you drag me. I'm not going to continue to do this game with you because you know that's what it is. Y'all been together long enough. You know what it is. So that's you're not putting up no boundaries to say, yeah, I'm not doing this because women be in control of everything else until it comes to our emotions, and then it's I was just so mad. I was just so hurt. I was just so upset. I was just, girl. Bosses don't match energy. We set the tone. So if you telling him like, oh no, I'm too much woman for you, I'm too much this, you have to show him that. He gonna see it later. Trust and believe he already feeling it. That's why he's spazzing. You set that tone. But you going out messing up your character should never be a sacrifice to your emotions should never be a sacrifice to your character. Like, okay. You should be able to get over your emotions, suck that shit up. You might cry as soon as you close that door. I mean, break down in tears and hit the floor as soon as you slam that door in his face. But baby, don't you shed no tear in front of him because that is a boundary. He doesn't no longer get to see you that vulnerable. That's a boundary. It is a boundary to let your spouse to see you that vulnerable. That's respect. That is love. That is caring. That's because you trust in that person to protect your feelings in that whatever situation y'all are going through. When they break that, that's now a wall. That's a boundary that you have to put up so you will never see me this vulnerable again. She got into this situation because she did not have boundaries when she started the relationship. You said you married a man that wouldn't even get on his knee to propose to you. I would never. Like, I don't care where you propose to me at. The place, the location, that's not that important. But you not getting on your knee to respect me enough to ask for my hand in marriage? What?
Because what you got to do is you got to straighten your foot out.
You know what?
So it don't crease your kicks. Like, that's the thing. Boy, because I be seeing some dudes being mad disrespectful. Like, they'll get to the knee and they be creasing the hell out their tennis shoes. Like, bruh, boundaries.
Mark Anthony.
Boundaries.
I promise you.
Like, dang, you gonna crease your shoe like that? You should have just took it off. Something. She got her shoes off. Why you couldn't take your one off and just slide it back on? But that's mad disrespectful. You supposed to like do the whole Wakanda forever drop to the knee thing.
That's why everybody was like, oh, why she freaked out like that? Because he had told her he ain't never bond to no female. Okay, well, you won't have this one? Like, that's about, like, when you don't have boundaries, it leads you to make bad decisions and to commit to the wrong people, whether that's friendship or relationship, but especially relationship. You need boundaries to make your relationship healthy. Y'all can't just be going off of a day-to-day is how we feel situation. That does not work because hard times will hit. They will hit. And it's not a one time, two times. You never know when it's going to hit. Your boundaries are something that y'all have already set in place for when those times hit. Mm-hmm. I have issues with my husband. You'll never know it unless you know me personally because I'm real shady with music and stuff. Then you might not. But if you're not somebody who know me, you wouldn't know that nothing's going on. And then I'm crazy anyway. I could be over. You really would never know because I'm real. I could be listening to something heartbreaking one day, and baby, I'm on to Gerald Levert the next. It's just you just never know.
As long
I
as you
keep
ain't listening to
thinking,
no Diddy, I'm fine.
listen. Over here when a woman's fed up, blow
Oh
blast.
Lord, not Kelly.
That was the realest song he ever made.
He had no choice but to.
Because he
He
knew.
knew, like shit.
He knew. He lied, baby. He
Hog
tell
tied.
no.
I ain't never hog tied no women. I don't even know how to do that.
They show him the recording.
Say, but AI be wild.
But yeah.
Man, more of the story is boundaries, bro. Like I don't feel like see with this episode, yeah, we did a lot of, ranting and we did a lot of banter and stuff like that because we can't tell you what boundaries to set in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's for you and your spouse to set boundaries for each other. And then also we feel like that we don't have to really tell y'all our boundaries because it's not about specifically like spilling out there different boundaries that you need to make. The more of this story is, the more of this episode is to have boundaries set in place in your relationship so you could thrive as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Like boundaries is important just like communication. Those are like some of the two most important things that comes into marriage. You need to be able to communicate and you need to be able to have boundaries. You need to be able to communicate those boundaries. That's why they're so important.
Yeah.
So if you have made it through this far of the episode, that's one thing I want you to take from this.
Yeah.
Is that you have to set boundaries and you have to be able to communicate. If you can do those two things, you can be in for the long haul.
Mm-hmm.
And who's to say that in the future, further down the line, when it comes to your marriage, because y'all set these boundaries and y'all do communicate well, that it won't be that whole everything is just peaceful and just running smooth and free and everything that it needs to be in your relationship. But at the beginning, it's always going to be a little rocky. After that whole first year of newlywed bliss and all that stuff.
Yeah, because that's a whole nother episode, yeah. But it's going through bliss. Like you go in and out of love, and
Yes,
you
that's
go
where the
in
boundaries
and
come
out.
in.
Yeah, and that's what I say. It's more so for y'all to have an understanding, and then also have a boundary for how other people treat your spouse. Have boundaries on the relationships around your spouse. What people have a right to say and how people treat your spouse. That's a boundary. And everybody know me, I don't play by my husband. Like I have real strict boundaries. That's always been a thing with me since the beginning of the relationship. He was like, you can't tell Kiki nothing about Mark. No, because that's a boundary I've set and I don't is an end all be all. Like you're not finna talk to him. You're not finna talk about him crazy to me. It's just not. I don't care who you are. You're not finna talk to him crazy about to me because that is my. I'm his protector. Like, and he's not here to protect himself. I have to do that. And how do I look letting you talk crazy about somebody I'm with? Like you finna watch your mouth. Like you could say what you have to say, but please be respectful. Like, and it's only so much bashing I'm finna do. It's on like you have to be able to protect. Boundaries is to protect your spouse. It's to respect each other and understand each other. But protection is what the boundaries are made for specifically. Like y'all, because situations will come up, and some stuff you don't know you need a boundary for until it comes up.
Mm-hmm.
You might not you need a boundary with your family until your family
you have
says
to be
something
put in a
inappropriate.
situation to have boundaries with your family.
Oh,
trust and believe. I understand that.
Yeah, and it does happen. So sometimes you be like, oops, I didn't know we needed a boundary here. Okay, well let's create one. And y'all sit down and y'all talk about it and y'all create a boundary that works for the both of y'all.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's why I say it don't have to be the end all be all, because some boundaries you are gonna have to pivot. Some boundaries you don't know, so you have to create in the midst of it. But your boundaries are a contract to make sure y'all both are on the same understanding in the event that some stuff just pop up and happen. What do I do? It's an emergency kit. It's kind of what it is. What do I do in this situation? I don't really care for him right now. You may be cussing him out. Like, he everything under the sun to you, but everybody don't gotta know that.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have to know that you upset with her right now. Everybody don't have to know the stuff that she done did to you in the relationship because you done got mad today. Now y'all single, y'all done broke up, oh, we single. And now everybody online looking like, well, wait a doggone minute. What had happened? And then y'all quietly get back together. No, this is loud as y'all talking about y'all done broke up and y'all talking about each other crazy. It's loud. Y'all need to be like, oh, we got back together. Don't be secretly getting back together now. You was loud and proud single. Be loud and proud with this. What happened? Like, because now we invested. I hate that. Do not do that to me because I'm nosy on the internet. I am really nosy. I would do a whole background story. Like, I will be on your page, like, trying to figure out what happened and when. Like,
that's a problem with a bunch of our viewers too. They nosy online. They don't want to like nothing. They don't want to comment. They don't want to do none of that because they being nosy.
Yeah. Y'all is me. I'm sorry.
Y'all
it's
is
me.
us.
I'm getting my own karma back.
It's
That's
us.
what it is. Because I do that. I'm telling you, I be out. Y'all think I'm be.
I rolled past your video, didn't even like it, and I liked it in my head, but I didn't like it
Like,
online.
that's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. We keep going. That's what it is. We get our own karma back. Because we like, listen.
We get it. We introvert just like most of y'all that watch us are introverted and care about your family more than you care about social media. And like, I mean, regardless if y'all like it or not, is if you can like take some words of wisdom from what we talk about, or if you can get a good laugh, or you and your spouse can like have this conversation and have fun about some stuff we talked about, or even just have a serious conversation about some stuff we talk about, that's enough for us. Because like, as long as we creating another happy family or helping another family be happy, then like, that's fine with me.
Yeah, giving you clarity, giving you something to think about that you didn't think about. Laugh, we always down to give y'all a good laugh, okay, for real. But like, just if we can give you any type of positivity from doing this, then that we've done our job.
A dose of positivity through all the negativity online.
Yeah, I like that.
I had to wrap it. I had to say something positive. I had to say something on here because I think I was letting you carry this one. You got into your coaching bag. Right. I'm just saying, use coaching like I'm like, man, all right, keep spitting that fire. I'll sprinkle my 2 cents in, but
really?
nah.
See, and then I'm gonna go do the work for it. And then I'm like, he ain't say nothing the whole episode.
And then you're going to rewind it back and you're going to see I drop some good knowledge up in this episode.
You know, I'm going to pull 2 clips out of this and be upset.
It's not that I'm not clip worthy. It's Opus that be wilding with the clips. Because I'll be saying some clip worthy stuff.
Right.
But they be wilding.
I don't remember you saying 2 words in here.
You
did drop some of this stuff though.
I was about to say, boy, I tell you, see, you crossing one of my boundaries. Like, trying to say that I wasn't dropping no knowledge. Now, that's a boundary I don't like being crossed. I'm somewhere between smart and a genius.
Oh, my God.
Now, wherever you want to line me up in the middle of that is where you want to put me. But that's just me. Who's going to tell me I'm not? If y'all let Dr. Umar say he a doctor, then goddamn it, you finna let me say that I'm a genius. That's how I look at it. This man been running around here all this time talking about he a doctor.
This man just got a whole straight for no reason.
He deserve a straight.
Oh.
Where his school at? Like, he deserve a straight. Like, he think he don't. Like, that boy is not reserved for no strays. Like, I threw strays at everybody.
Clearly.
Black Love, Dear Wifey, all of them. Like, I throw strays at everybody.
Wow.
Well, because if you...
This is crazy.
You know how I feel about them shows.
Well, we talked about this at the beginning of the episode, boundaries. It's boundaries for online.
And that's why I didn't say anything.
Until now.
I didn't say how I felt about them. I just said that they deserve strays some of the time. But you got a rant?
Yeah, y'all finna stop coming for Janet Jackson, not Janet D. Jackson. I know that. She said what she said, and we stand with her, okay? Because she ain't tell not a lie, okay? That's what she didn't tell. She got every reason not to like Camilla. Listen, I don't care for her neither. She has every reason not to like that lady. Like, she was over her brother's case. What?
Yeah,
No,
that's a
girl,
cool little rabbit hole I fell down. Like I was
it's
just strolling
forever.
online and then I seen that. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, we
that's
forever
why it's so
banging.
much beef with her.
Yeah,
Cause she tried to like up Mike.
So yeah, girl, I don't like you. So yeah, she said what she said, and talking about y'all gonna you could never cancel Janet D. Jackson. Y'all better stop it. Like for real.
Cancel culture not real.
Y'all got hurt.
That
Yeah,
stuff cap. Like relax. You can't cancel nobody.
Janet Jackson, come take your daddy right now. Stop. Like listen, y'all better knock it off. Like y'all gonna leave her alone. Now, I don't. It's not too many celebrities I got to bad for. But, and I think I said this before and I say it again, baby, she can't do no wrong in my eyes. I don't care what y'all talk about. Like, I don't care. You can show me proof and I don't care. It's nothing you gonna tell me. I wholeheartedly stand behind her. Like, and do, because she ain't said nothing wrong. She didn't know. Just like the rest of us, she just popped up black. I'm saying. She just popped up. Got a little color to you black these days. I mean, it's
Because you got a tint.
ridiculous. Yeah, like what is that? We still going by the 10% rule? That's
Drop.
what yeah.
You gotta have a drop in you. But she ain't gotta drop none of that. She gotta drop an Irish up in here,
She
but she ain't
owned a couple
claiming it.
drops is what she did. That's what $11 million worth. Like she owned a couple drops,
Like,
but
yeah, y'all know her family had a whole town in Jamaica. Like dead ass. Like they got a whole town.
But Candace, girl, you did that. You listen. You be down your research rabbit hole. You be on it. Like I got to get it to her. She be on it. Not a lie was told. And the crazy part is, you said it. She said it in how she told on herself. That's the crazy. And people gonna try to be like, y'all crazy. How I'm crazy when she wrote it? It's black and white. It's right. You can go read it for yourself unless you pull the book off the shelf, which would not surprise me. But she wrote it. She wrote it herself. Like, what are you talking about?
Nah, I don't think she gonna pull the book because she money hungry. So she already know that people gonna be trying to pick up that book to see if it was cap or not. That's just my money in her pocket. So that's what she want. You know she after that money.
Do what you gotta do, but y'all can leave Janet alone. Like I tell you that, you gonna leave Janet alone, baby. What have you done for her lately, okay?
Oh, I got a rent. I can't stand dudes that be in women conversations.
Oh.
Like, bro, like if you see that this post is for women, you see it ain't nothing but women on here talking, then like let the women talk, bro. Like because when women interrupt dudes in their conversation, y'all be sitting there mad because women doing that. So what makes you feel like that you should do the same thing? And don't give me that whole excuse, well, they do it to us. All right, so be a man and don't do that. Like, what dude want to sit there and like be all up in women conversations? Like, that's weird, bro. Like, that's weird. That's very weird. That's that suspicious activity right there. Like, why do you care about what women talking about? In all honesty, because it's like, I mean, so like, don't nobody care. Like, not what y'all talking about, but as in the dude, like, bro,
Yeah,
don't nobody care. Like, y'all are talking about valid stuff to help women out. So it's like, why are you on here like trying to correct a woman for what she said? And then when you want to correct, but then because you too dumb to not even know that the words have multiple definitions, you want to make yourself look stupid. And as long as people don't say nothing out of line towards you, I'm just in the background laughing. But if you do say something out of line towards her, on your ass, I'm going. You feel me? Because you got the wrong one. You ain't finna be Usher hugging my women over here. But on top of that, let me see what else I got.
Not Usher.
Because I'm sticking on this whole
Why
what dudes need to quit doing. Let me see.
Usher did not ask to be a part of this conversation.
Then also the dudes that be, oh, my beautiful black queen, you said that. Like, bro, like, you know she's married, right? I can't
I
stand no
can't
nigga.
stand
I can't
you.
stand no dude that know a woman is married and he be just over there just
Oh my
gassing
God.
her up. Like, bro, it's cool. Like, relax. Like, first of all, if you own a married woman page trying to gas her up, you lame. You're not the dude that she wants because apparently you some lame cat. Because only
I can't
lame dudes
stand
be
him. I
gassing
swear I
women
can't
up,
stand
bro.
him.
Like, what are you doing? Like, relax. Like, you glazing, bro. Like, dang. Like, that be wild. Like, dudes, like, my dudes, players. Check your woman comment section some of the time, especially if she drops up the
Dog.
throat. Like, check it. It's always going to be some dude up in that mud glazing hard. Like, oh, you just spoke some wisdom right there, boy. I wish I could find me a beautiful black woman like you.
I
Like,
can't stand
dang, get
him.
off the gas. She's taking, like,
I cannot stand him for real.
because they do. Like, they be glazing, bro. Like, that's the thing that you can say about women that they don't really do a lot. They don't be like glazing niggas like that up in their comment section.
Why they don't?
I don't know.
That's a lie. That's a whole lie.
Not tough like
Yes,
dudes.
King.
Yeah, that'd be
Like that quick. Yes, King.
like everybody ain't no king. Everybody
That's a
ain't no
good
queen.
man right there. Like, girl, yeah, but he my man, so watch your mouth. Like,
So stop glazing people in the comment section. Like, dang, like
real
relax, bro.
dog. It be dog.
Like relax. Like everybody just
Like,
relax.
girl,
Like relax. Pump the brakes, as they used to say back in the days. Like pump your brakes a little bit. Like
I don't be
it'll be
having no
okay.
boundaries. I
Mhm.
don't have no boundaries. I gotta get it together. Because it's a way to say everything, but sometimes y'all just be being a little extra. Y'all be like,
Yeah, that'd be the
y'all
thing.
be
It'd be
leaving
the
the googly
extraness.
eyes and the
Yeah.
yes king, leaving the googly eyes and it'd be like, all right, now
You know,
you could
like
have
my
said yes
Nubian
king.
queen and all this. Like, bro, like quit glazing.
You're my queen.
Like quit glazing. Like quit glazing.
You ain't even have to do all that.
Shit, if I did. I'm doing
Like,
it for the dudes because they know they feel it. Like Grand Rising. Like, bro, like relax, bro.
that's that
Like
East Coast stuff, right? That's that East Coast, that's
like
the East Coast players right there. Like they hit you with that Grand
relax.
Rising. Oh yeah, they on that East.
Like relax,
They be the
bro.
ones with that. Hit you
Don't
with
know
that.
female from the South, want no East Coast dude. Like dang. But
Beyonce did.
that was for money. She ain't married that ugly nigga because he had like that nigga.
We on close because Mark is about to just whew.
He ain't worried about me. He too busy trying to duck these cases. Like,
Baby.
shoot.
Make
But
sure y'all like this episode because I think we gonna need this in the algorithm. So help for real, y'all. Help us out and go on, like just pass us over, like just if you know just pass over, like like because help us push through the algorithm because baby, this has been an episode. Okay,
with that being said,
I'm Kiki.
this is the Hunt Life Podcast. Hunt Life.
Live dreams. Bye, y'all.
What's good, people? Before y'all leave, don't forget to like, share, and comment. Oh, and follow us at
Hunt Life the podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button. You can also find me at I'm the Key on Instagram, and you can follow us on Hunt Life Code on Instagram and TikTok.
And you can find me on Mr. Hunt Bubbles on everywhere. Mr. Hunt Bubbles on everything and also Hunt Files. And don't forget, if you got any comments or any statements or anything that you want to leave us, you can always find us up on Instagram and Hunt Life, the podcast. Have a great day, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Hunt Life, live dreams.